We are live in Studio B with your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play. I'm Spencer Linton alongside Jason Shepherd. Joining us now in the Studio Bizzle is BYU men's basketball assistant coach Chris Burgess. The Cougars, number 12 in the country, rolling right now, unbeaten, just enjoyed a no-loss November with the rest of BYU athletics. Burge, how would you explain the feeling around BYU basketball and BYU athletics right now?
You know what? After the game, Saturday night, in the Huntsman against Utah, I was sitting in the bus and I saw the tweet. I think that either you guys or BYU Athletics tweeted out saying no loss November, and I looked at it and I turned to, it was either Cody or Keegan, like our video guy, and I was like, hey, is this true? Like,
it's crazy, right?
You don't think about it because every game is just like its own identity for all sports, right? And every game is just like that's the epitome of just taking one game at a time. And I knew we were 6-0, but I mean, you honestly could have told me, we started in October, and I wouldn't even know, right? It just goes, there's so much going on. And then I'm like, that's right, the football hasn't lost. I mean, I know the women's basketball team's rolling, and then the soccer. So it's just in volleyball. So yeah, it's, the momentum, everything BYU Athletics is just, it's doing an unbelievable job right now. Credit to Tom Homo and all the coaching staffs and the players. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And December is going to get even harder. You guys talked about with soccer's got the Final Four. The women are in the NCAA tournament for volleyball. We've got a tough road, some real road games coming up in Hawaii, right? And so as well for the Christmas time. So it's the price of poker is going up for the competition. So, but it's a credit to our athletics and the momentum, and of course our fan base, right? They're there. They show out. They're there in an exhibition game for us, or even a Division II NAIA school for us. I mean, the Rock is in full effect, right? And so it's a credit to everyone.
Well, and they showed out at the Huntsman Center. There was a lot of blue at the Huntsman Center. And I wanted to ask you about that game. Obviously, really nice win. You get the 11-point win over the Utes. Both teams came in undefeated, so you knew it was going to be a tough one. But that was not your first time being on the BYU staff and playing in that arena, but it was the first win as a member of the BYU staff. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, I've never won there at the Huntsman Center. On the opposing bench. And so the experience, you try to focus on the game plan and getting our guys ready and what's important and what is coach, they had a week to prepare for us. And so you're trying to get our guys to understand, they've been sitting on this a week. They want to beat you. They hear all the noise about BYU and the ranking. This is their home game. It's a big game for us. It's a, potential quad one. And so we got our guys prepared. We understand it was going to be a rebounding game, a toughness game. Whether teams make shots or not, we felt like those two teams, if we can take them out of transition, we can beat them on the glass. We felt like we give our team a chance to win. And our guys were fantastic, as you guys know, on the rebounding all game long.
17 plus 17.
Yeah, and that was the number 8 rebounding team in the country. And Caleb, Seneca, right, Gavin, Foose, right, all those guys weren't worried about misses or makes. They're like, we have to rebound this ball and we have to take them out of transition. And we did those two things. When you do that, you play defense like that and you're committed, you have a chance to win on the road. So that was what was really exciting, and proud of our guys. Because I'm not telling you, man, the Utah's going to win some games, and they're good at home. And there's a reason why I haven't won there on the opposing team, because it's hard to win. It's hard to win in the Huntsman Center. So,
before we transition into preparation for Utah Valley and the game tonight, I do need to ask you about the post-game celebration. Yeah. Apparently, staying hydrated is being taken in several ways for BYU's coaching staff. I mean, you got doused with water. What was that like?
That was a fun moment. I'm usually on the outside of it, right? Coach is usually in it, throwing the water over and things like that. And I kind of stay out of it because I'd like to stay dry and celebrate from the outside looking in. But as you guys can see there, I got absolutely crushed. Coach Pope gave it to Gavin Baxter for a reason. He was the only one tall enough and long enough to reach the top of my head. Needed to have a smaller, older locker room so he couldn't get that high. And Cody was like, I compared to SeaWorld. I was in the front row for the Shamu show, and Cody was on the 9th row, 10th row. He got a little splash. I got crushed, and so totally worth it. I wonder if Gav was pretty calculated in how much he got me. But it was a fun moment, and you celebrate every win because wins are so hard. And so to me, in the middle of that, in the Huntsman Center visiting locker room was just a unique, fun experience that I get to hold on to forever.
Well, and you brought up Gavin a couple of times, and specifically the game at Utah, 14 points, and he was living at the rim in that game. How pleased are you to see him having this kind of success after the injury history?
Very pleased. injuries are hard when you go back-to-back season-ending injuries like basically he did. And to kind of be in this dark place of, will I play again? I want to be out there, and is this worth it, right? And the recovery is so long and difficult. For him to just kind of buy in on what like we got great passing wings and guards. And if you set a screen and you roll really hard to the basket, Gav, you're one of the best finishers in the country because of how high you play above the rim, and you have great hands. So it's super proud of him. Now he's got a lot of work to continue doing, and he's got to get better every day, and we talk about that, but just proud of him of how he's staying locked in. So when he gets a couple rolls and easy dunks, then he catches around the rim, and he's pivoting, and he's scoring a little jump hooks around the basket, and you can just see his confidence growing, and he's getting to where we know he can be, right? And so it's been fun to see his improvement, his progression out there, and just like, and defensively, right, he's a game changer with his length and the blocks he had from the help side. I mean, he protected the rim at least 8 to 10 points worth with just coming from the help side and swatting it in bounds.
Yeah, right? Yes.
Keeping it in play.
And so that's something that Gavin is getting better. Like, he's an elite shot blocker. He has the ability to be an elite shot blocker, and watching film with him and showing areas where he can just go get it, areas where he can go take a charge, areas where he can just go vertical. And he's I don't know where he is in blocks a game, but he is one of the elite rim protectors because of his length, athleticism, and timing.
Tejon Lucas has taken a significant step forward in the past 2 games in terms of statistics. We always knew he was a special player. We reviewed his film. We knew what he did at Milwaukee. He is an incredible asset for this BYU basketball team. What has changed for him in the past 2 games?
Well, first of all, he's letting the game come to him, and he only cares about making the right play and getting his teammates involved. He had averaged 16 or 17 points a game the past couple of years, and he's had 30-point games, but he hasn't been on an NCAA tournament team or a winning team or a championship team. And so, this has been super important to him starting from the recruiting process. This is like, man, I'm not worried about numbers. I'm not worried about – I want to come to a team where I can help because I know I can make everyone on the court better. And he's shown that, right? Like, he's letting the game come to him. He's taking open shots. And, listen, teams are going to key in on Alex Barcelo. It's just the truth, right? He's one of the best players in the country. And shooters, players, everything, right? Mid-range games, one of the best in the country. And so you take away Alex. Alex is always going to make the right play. And that's Tejon getting to the rim. That's Tejon with an open 3. That's Tejon throwing the lob pass. And so, he's doing everything we thought the first day he walked on campus, like, oh, he's going to make our lives easier, right? Like, I'm a big guy. I'm a former big player. And when you go and look at guards and watch videos of guards, I'm always like, okay, who would I like to play with, right? Tejon's that kid, right? He's that kid. And there's a reason, like, guys like Foose and Gavin Baxter, our 5s, and Tiki at times when he's in there, are making easy plays. Because Tejon's creating for him, right? So catch that ball and finish, guys. Catch that ball and finish. He's going to find you. If not, you're going to be wearing it on your face, right? Because he's going to find you.
Let's focus on tonight's matchup. Crosstown against UVU.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Madsen's got this Wolverine team playing really well. They're 6-1. They lost the season opener to Boise State and have won 6 in a row. What are your thoughts on the Wolverines and a couple of familiar faces that you'll see on that roster?
Yeah, it's a good UVU team. What Coach Madsen and his staff has put together has been really fun to watch. They lost one of their leading scorers to injury early on in Trey Woodbury, and for them to do what they're doing, right? Like you said, they lost the opening at Boise, which is a really hard game, and they've won 3 games in overtime. They're battle every game. They're always kind of hanging around, and they find ways to win at the end. And they got, one of the best big men in the country in terms of scoring in the post and rebounding the ball on both ends, in Fardaz Amak, who's, he tested the waters in the draft, and he's doing a fantastic job, averaging, I think, 21 and 14.
He's got 14 boards,
which is really impressive. And then they got, like Connor Harding's playing fantastic, shooting the ball from 3 over 50%. He's healthy. He's Coach Madsen is putting him in great positions to be successful. And then Blaze is kind of taking over for the injury to Trey Woodbury and playing at the 1. And Blaze is, I think, almost 5 assists a game and taking care of the ball and making open shots when they need them. And so
9 points a game.
That's right. And so this is a good team. I was there for 4 years, and there's only a few games where it kind of sells out, and there's an atmosphere that's similar to like what we get every game, and that's and that's when BYU comes to town, or when the Aggies of Utah State come to town. So this is a big game, and there's no doubt in my mind we'll have some BYU fans and we'll have some Wolverine fans, and that team over there, they're going to be ready to play. They're going to be locked in. This is their biggest game so far this year, and you know, it's got to be, every game's going to get harder and harder. And I'm telling you, this game tonight against the Wolverines is going to be harder than last Saturday's game against the Utes and Huntsman.
Wow.
Like, that's how we feel about it. And so we got to be ready to go. And man, we got to do a good job on AMAC, and we got to make sure we keep those shooters in check. And if we rebound this ball and we play what we're capable of doing and knock down some shots, you know, we're put ourselves in a position to be successful. But we know these UVU Wolverines are ready to go, and they're well coached, and they play hard. They play hard for their coach, so they're gonna be locked in and ready to go and try to beat the Cougs.
Coach Chris Burgess with us on BYU Sports Nation. We need to give you some karma for taking the time to come visit us today. So some BYU Sports Nation karma headed your way. The Gregorian chant finalizes that. You can't hear it, but we can hear it in our ears. Yeah, the Gregorian chant makes it official. You've got the karma. Take it, distribute it how you will. Good luck against the Wolverines.
Thanks,
live
guys.
on BYU TV and BYU Radio tonight.
That's right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.